Hello food lovers, welcome back to my channel Naked Fusion. To my existing subscribers, thanks for always being here. If you're new to this channel, it's all about bringing bold flavors, simple meals, global fusion and fun food experiment. So hit the subscribe button to get notified when we upload a new dish. Now let's dive into today's dish. Today we're making fufu, akpu, cassava swallow, whichever one you want to call it. This is my first time knowing what cassava looks like. I didn't know it was this strong. It is very hard. So if you do not know cassava, it does resemble a yam. It's a tuber and it is very strong, stronger than yam. Talking about yam, has anybody tried to ferment yams? Well, that's the thought that just came to my mind. So I have peeled my cassava and then I have cut them into sizes, and then I put them in a bucket of water and closed that and kept that not in the fridge, just outside for 3 days. You can see me saying 3 days. And after 3 days, this is what the water looks like, and it already had a stench. I do not eat fufu because of the stench it has, but I have been seeing this video of how to make fufu from home, and I decided to try this. It's my first time. So yeah, there is a shaft in the middle of the cassava that you need to pull out. You can see me pulling that out, so I'm going to pull that out from all the cassava, and then I'm going to put that in the blender and blend this up. Now I have someone who was around and knows how this thing stinks. To me it's already stinking, but to that person it says, oh, it doesn't stink like the one they do outside. It's not stinking that much. So if you're the type that do not like the stench of fufu, you'd like to try this method. You'd like to try this method to not exceed 3 days. What happens is that after 3 days it becomes very soft, like you can press it and you see how it scatters because it's soft from that hard texture it originally had. So I'm going to do this continuously till I have taken out the middle shaft, and then I'm going to blend that up. Now if you want your fufu to have more stench, you can leave this for more than 3 days, maybe 7 days or 6 days or 5, whichever. I didn't know it wasn't going to smell so bad, but this is where we come in with our fun experiment. So I'm experimenting, and I would also give you more tips on how if you don't like stench of fufu, more tips when we even cook this. You get more tips, so keep watching to the end of the video. So you're going to add in water, and then you're going to blend. Add enough water to just allow your blender move. The cassava is already soft, like you can squash it between your fingers and it would press down. Mine still had a little bit of snap. I don't know if it's because the cassava was very hard, but if you want it softer, you can leave it maybe one more day. Mine had a little bit of snap, but it was soft. The inside was already soft. So I'm going to blend that up, and again going to get me a cheesecloth or a muslin cloth, or if you can get a chiffon material in the market, a white chiffon material like the one I'm using. You put a sieve down, you put a bowl underneath, put a sieve on top of the bowl, and then you put your chiffon cloth on the sieve, and then you're going to keep blending that. Then you're going to pour it in to the chiffon cloth like you're seeing me do. So same thing, just pour water, blend till you have finished blending everything. Okay, so once you're done blending everything, just make sure you get all into your cloth, and then you're going to tie a knot. You need to tie it very well. Make sure it doesn't have any hole, like you can see me gathering properly. I'm going to tie this, and then we're going to still leave it in the sieve with a bowl underneath and put a weight on it. The reason why I'm putting a weight on it is so that it can help the water go out faster. So You can see it's a bit dark now in the day. It has been sitting out and draining off the excess water. Now, the tip I would like to give, if you do not constantly have light, you cannot make so much bulk. You can't make bulk of this stuff. If you do have light and you have a freezer, this is freezer safe, so you can freeze this for as long as possible, but you have to make sure that you are putting it in a container or something that, a safe container. You need to put it in a safe container so that it's not contaminated, safely packaged, or in a Ziploc bag, or I don't know, like something safe. You need to put it in something safe and then put it into your freezer. So, but if you do not have light, you will have to make this immediately and consume it. You will have to make it immediately and consume it. So this is what our cassava looks like after it has drained the water. If you take it up, it looks like, you can see it's moldable. That's what it looks like. It is moldable. The water has strained out. So I'm going to pack this into a nylon and freeze it because I'm not using it today. I would use it whenever I'm ready to use it. In fact, I used it for my obolo soup video. If you haven't seen my obolo soup video, you should check that out. I use it for the obolo soup video. So, but as of this day, I just portion them in small nylons and pack them. And this fufu, I'm leaving most of it for my neighbors and my family because I'm not a swallow fan. So I missed the part where I put this on fire, but you put that cassava, when you bring it out from the freezer, it needs to defrost. You put that cassava in a pot with very little water. It is easier to add water than to remove water. You can't remove water, or else you start adding more cassava and making excess. So just put that with little water. Make sure that you stir it and it's smooth, and then you start over low heat. You start to cook your cassava. This video is on fast forward, but you would understand. You will see how it transforms. So I've added little water again, and I'm going to cover this and allow that to cook. Now you need to be very careful, as this is not my first one. This is not the first one that I made. The first one I made was overcooked and it became like starch, that yellow starch that people used to eat owo. But the good thing about it was that when it got cold, it was okay to use. So this second one, I made sure that I kept my eyes on it and I did not add too much water at a time. So you can see that I'm putting water little by little, and you can see that it is changing as it's cooking from the white, very very whitish, to cream-like color. So you're going to continue to cook this on low heat, and you're going to continue to stir. When it looks like it is disintegrated and is hard to, just see this motion I'm doing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It will come together. Just keep doing this. You need to be very patient. I am not a swallow making fan, so most times when I'm doing all this turning or swallow, I am literally fighting for my life. So yeah, you keep adding water. Add water at this point. If you're the type that like hard swallow that is strong, you don't need to add water. But I don't like swallow that is strong, and I feel this food I was making wasn't for me, but I knew that it was still hard, so I will keep adding water till I've gotten the consistency that I am looking for. So this is basically it about making fufu from the scratch. You'd peel your cassava, wash, cut it, and then put it in a bucket of water. Make sure the water covers it and allow it to sit out for 3 days. You can extend it if you are the type that, you can see how our fufu is drawing. So you can extend it if you're the type that's like to, make it smell. Now if you don't want it to smell very well, you see that first one I made a mistake. That was the best. It didn't smell at all and it was really really nice. So I served the first one with the obolo soup. If you haven't seen that obolo soup video, you need to go check out the obolo soup video. This is it. You can see what it looks like. When it got cold, it was able to come together and form a dough. So that's it, guys. Thanks for always watching. If you have gotten to this point, thank you for sticking around. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like, share this video so that you can get notified. Until next time, keep exploring. Bye.